So, a formerly self-described anti-vax crackpot and mother of 3 is changing her tune a little bit after everyone in her family, including her 3 children, contracted the rotavirus, which is a painful illness that can cause diarrhea, vomiting, and dehydration. She says, quote, "I put my kids at risk. I should have taken more time to research both sides. I scoured everything I could find about why vaccines might be harmful and became pretty convinced." Now, just to give you guys a little bit of background on the anti-vaccine movement, a recent study from the American Academy of Pediatrics found that the number of doctors encountering parents who have refused to give their children vaccines for non-medical reasons has increased from 74.5% to 87% between 2006 and 2013. So the woman now speaking out, she spoke out with Good Morning America, has said, "I'm frustrated with the amount of misinformation I encountered when I set out on this journey." And she was able to reassess her position and accept that the information about vaccines is well-based with scientific backing and a lot of evidence to say that we should be vaccinating our kids. And I wanted to get a reaction from you guys because I can't believe the sort of traction the anti-vax movement has gotten. What do you think is behind this?
So there was a lawyer back in the day who basically said the only thing hearing worse than no sides of a case is hearing only one side of a case. And so I butchered his quote there, but you get the point here, which is that, hey guys, you need to hear all the sides. And so I don't want to overdo that because then I don't want to be like the neutral media. Well, it could be climate change, or there could be no climate change. But if somebody's telling you, and I've got friends who are like very much against vaccines, believe it or not, that exists, right? And by the way, there's a range of reasons why some people are against vaccines. So it's not a monolith. Some are, there's what I would call the kooky contingent, and then there's the people who are worried there's too much mercury in there, and et cetera. And then if you took the mercury out, they'd be totally fine, right? And so there's a lot of different ideologies behind it. But for God's sake, get the real information, because when you don't get the vaccines, you're definitely endangering your kids. So you think you might be endangering them if you are getting them, but it's a certainty that you're endangering them if you're not getting them.
No, we had reached a point where I think certain diseases were all but eliminated. And now, like, suddenly it's the 19th century all over again. And, oh, look, it's smallpox, like stuff that for years and years we've inoculated against and kept children from getting. And now it comes back. But I think this is an example that goes much larger than the vaccination thing. It is so easy to live in this bubble and to have an echo chamber of hearing everything you want to hear, especially on the internet, but even beyond that. And it's not just, right-wingers listen to Fox News and then they get blah, blah, blah. The left is doing it too now. This election cycle, as a Bernie supporter, I found myself getting led to websites where I had to be like, oh, wait a minute. Who's saying this? What? This is, and having to do the legwork of like, where's this quote coming from? Did it really happen? Yep. But it's very easy, I think, to just sort of surround yourself with what you already hear, the people who are going to, just support the thoughts that you already have and not challenge yourself. And you see this everywhere from, homeschoolers who have an entire line of textbooks explaining why, creationism is true and why there's no such thing as climate change, to, I think, to people on the left who have decided that, I don't know, the stuff that only Fox News used to say about Hillary Clinton, they're now going to embrace as well, I
think you make a good point, Alonzo, about how she used the internet to do what she says on this journey. Now, vaccines and doing this research, it shouldn't be a mom's journey to just find out whatever she can on the internet, whatever sort of websites. It should be trusting your doctors and the professional opinion that they can give you. And if you don't like what that doctor said, then go get a second opinion. It shouldn't be, doing whatever sort of journey you want to do online, because then everyone thinks they're a doctor and everyone thinks they're a professional. And I think that you make a good point about trusting a source and making sure that you're getting credible sources to back up whatever sort of research you're doing, but really leave this to the professionals and to the science.
Yeah, and so she had a clarifying moment, and diarrhea, vomiting, and dehydration will do that to you.
Yes.
And so she got it too, and her husband got it too, but more importantly, her daughters are all under the age of 7. I mean, once you put your kids in danger like that, and you see them with all those things, then you realize, oh, maybe I should have done a little bit better research online. And maybe I shouldn't have just trusted the bubble that I was in. Alonzo's absolutely right. It can happen to any of us. It can happen to all of us. And there are more and more bubbles on the internet where we just keep reinforcing the things that we believe. And so I try to break out of that, but I'm sure I'm guilty of it in plenty of ways as well. Now, and I also don't want the false balance of, well, the Republicans do it and the Democrats do it. The Republicans live in an alternate reality where this is on a different scale. I mean, we're 65% of Donald Trump supporters believe that Obama is Muslim. 59% believe he wasn't born in America. Those things are not remotely true. But that's not like, 14% of liberals believe this, or 3% of liberals believe this. And also, those are giant numbers.
And they're provable facts. They're not like opinions. They're not about, even science, if you want to get into the whole thing of like, this is a theory or that's a projection or whatever. This is like, it is an actual fact that Obama is born in the United States, not a Muslim,
Yeah.
You're right. No, they do it, they do it, I would say, worse or better, depending on how you look at it. But you're right, it's not equivalent by any means.
And we only bring politics into it in the discussion of the bubbles that are created online. In this case, there are plenty of liberals who are in the anti-vaccination crowd, but there are also plenty of conservatives who are in that anti-vaccination crowd, the Michelle Bachmans of the world. So it's a weird thing that ironically brings
everyone
to the table.
Yeah, some of the people on extreme ends of the spectrum together. And if you're in the anti-vaccination crowd, I beseech you to do something. First of all, beseech is always a fun word. That instead of saying no one should get vaccinated, and I don't know, a lot of you aren't saying that, okay? That's an indefensible position. You should argue to make vaccinations better if you think that there's something wrong with them.
And more transparent.
To go in that direction, and you're going to get a wider audience, and also you're not going to mislead people and then have their kids that are under 7 with some serious diseases. Look, this is they'll live, and I feel bad for them, but they're going to be okay. We did a story about how Muslims were led to believe in Pakistan that the vaccinations are an American plot.
Aye.
And so then their kids started getting polio and some of the things that are just horrible, life-altering diseases, etc. And then this grandmother is crying. It's like, why did I believe it? Why did I believe it? Now my granddaughter's never going to walk again, right? So just be super careful. These are your kids. So just do more research. Do anything you got to do to make sure that you're making the right decisions. Young Turks membership.
I can't tell you how good that feels and how good that tastes.
Find out. tytnetwork.com/join.